What is going on, all you beautiful people of YouTube? How's everyone doing today? Welcome back to another adventure in Car Mechanic Simulator 2021 in the Truck and SUV series. This will be episode number 2. This is that big, beautiful beast that we made yesterday. Woohoo! She looking beautiful, isn't it? I think it does. I think it looks real good. Don't you all think so? Awesome. Alright, let's get into what we're going to be working on today. I'm gonna walk through here. Oop. Nope, that's not it. This is something. This is my small tire car that I'm building right now. It's been kind of all refurbished, you know, and a little bit redone. You know what I mean? Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Kind of fascinated with the color here. It's like a pinky color. So I'd do something a little bit different. But what we're gonna be working on today is already sitting in the car wash bay. Here it is, right here. It took me forever to find this vehicle for a decent price, and I think, overspent on it. I had to get it through the auction, of course, you know. It's a 2017 Land Rover Discovery. It's only got 55,000 miles on it. Runs with 19-inch wheels. Ours are going to be a little bit bigger than that. It comes with a V6 AJD, which I do believe that this thing is diesel because it requires glow plugs. So, we spent $19,178. It's now currently worth $20,520, and that's because I think we gave it a wash. Maybe we didn't. Let's try to wash that interior again, shall we? Looking pretty nasty, actually. Alright, let's give this. Oh, I guess we didn't wash it. What do you know? Now look at the interior. Ooh, all nice and spiffy. Spiffy, spiffy. Alright, we increased the value a little bit, just over $600. Not bad, not bad. Let's put this at car lift A, shall we? Alright, now what we need to do is get our motor ready to be built. Now, bear with me here. I'm pretty sure I got all the parts for it. I could be mistaken. I don't know, it's hard to say. We need to find ourselves the V6 AJD. V6 AJD. I see the AJ133, the one for the Land Rover. Am I missing something here? Huh. Where the heck is it? The TWR, the Pentastar G, the Pentastar G again. The motors for the Nissans. There it is. It snuck by me here. Alright, let's put this on. Boom, look at that. Ooh, isn't that a pretty color? I think that is. We're going to start off with just putting the crankshaft in for now. And, yeah. And then we'll worry about building the rest of the motor once we get the truck stripped down. For the SUV. I'm going to try to balance it out so we do a truck and an SUV at the same time. Or not at the same time, but you know what I mean? One video, one the next. Oh, I had to cough there. Sorry about that. Alright, let's put this up in the air. Up and away. I'm pretty sure I got all the parts and pieces put together. Maybe not. Oh yeah, that's right. It requires air shocks. Alright. Ooh, forgot to paint a wheel. Oh no. These are what we're going to be running on it anyway, if nothing else. Oh no, I forgot to paint it apart. That sucks. That sucks tremendously. How did I ever forget to do that? Got all sidetracked or side-quested. There we go. That's the one we're looking for. Back out to this way. I mean, it's some big wheels now. 2 inches larger in diameter for the wheel itself. I think they're going to look really, really spectacular on this vehicle. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's do this. There we go. Oh, damn, hurry up, man. Come on, what's going on here? Alright. I'll be the last one on the wheel, on the tire put together machine. And I didn't really want to go with the heavy duty off-road tires. Just the ones that look like actual BFGs look pretty good. You know, BFG KOs look pretty darn good to me. Awesome. Now we're going to come on over here. I'm going to start stripping this down. Alright, brake pad, rotor, drive axle. Come to Papa. Alright, I'm going to get this out. I didn't look at it, so that's what. Oh, wait, crap. I didn't look at it, so. Alright, it wasn't that far away. Oh, yeah, we got a front drive shaft. I forgot, 4-wheel drive. Alright, let's take out the transfer case 4x4. Get the transmission gearbox out. I mean, it's not. I mean, the thing's not really all that bad of shape. All the bolts are coming out that easy. Dang. Perfect. Alright, let's yank this motor out. Oop, look at that, magical. Didn't even have to pop the hood. Did it automatically for us. I put this in there myself just because I wanted to see what the fan was, so it can stay in there. Alright, let's leave that there for the time being. Let's get rid of all this. Yuck. As far as I know, I got all the body panels for it. I could be wrong, but yeah, I didn't get any body panels. Son of a biscuit. That's okay. Let's see if these are any of these are repairable. We'll repair them, get ready to put them back on. I don't know. I was gonna say, what? There's no rear bumper on this dang thing, or what? Okay. Alrighty. What was that? Anything repairable? Actually, everything we took off is repairable. Cool. Let's go repair that right now while we're thinking of it. And it's going to be a nice blue for a color. Something different. You know, normally it's red and black or whatever other color I decide to use. But this time I decided to go a little bit different. You know, kind of like a blue and silver. Best I could anyway. Alright, we got body panels now. Now, let's finish ripping this dang thing apart. Did we pull the motor out? Yeah, we did. Alright, let's go put some engines in the storage while we're thinking of it. So it doesn't slip my mind like it normally does. Alright, right here. Oh, dang, we got a bunch of them. Yeah, we're going to put this one in. This one, and then this one. Beautiful. Alright, now we're going to go back stripping this dang thing down. Alright, where were we? Oh yeah, we're taking out the wheel bearing. That's what we were doing. I'm going to take out the rear wheel hub. Backing plate. Take out the front side arm here. Alright, looking pretty good, let's get the sway bar end link out, that's what it was. Let's get the rear knuckle housing off. Let's get the bigger bushing out of the way. And now we can take out this bushing. Well, if we can. My little tool gets on it. There we go. Let's jump on over here to the driver's side. Alright, let's get this arm off of here. That is not new. That most definitely is not. Oh, it's 50%. I mean, it's still pretty decent, I guess. Alright, let's get this out of the way. Let's get this bushing out of the way. Let's get the other rear sway bar and link out. Alright, let's get the sway bar out of the way. Let's get this rear lower arm out. Now this can be different because there's no, even though it's got this style rear on it, there's no coil springs or shock absorber caps, nothing like that. It's air ride. It's got air suspension on it. Can you believe it? We're stepping up in the world. We're gonna do this with air ride now. Alright. I have no idea what this thing's gonna sound like when it's done either, just to let you all know. There we go. There we go. Okay, now up to the front. Pew! There we go, magic. So I'm able to get this wheel off. Alright, let's see here. Let's get out this center drive axle. Let's get that wheel bearing out of the way. And pesky wheel bearings. Alright, let's get the pad and rotor. The wheel hub. You go next. Let's get the backing plate. And let's get the outer tie rod. The inner tie bolt. And here's those air shocks I was telling you about right here. Kind of nifty, eh? Alright. Let's take out this upper control arm. We don't need it in there anymore. It's causing problems for us. Same with this lower one. You know, we don't need it in there anymore. Perfect. Let's jump on over to the other side. Now tell me what you all think. How can I improve the videos? Because I'm limited to what I can and cannot really do. As I talk about certain things, my videos don't get views because YouTube literally stops suggesting them and recommending them to people, which really sucks because, you know, they only get a couple views per video instead of, you know, the tens of views that I normally get, which really sucks, but, you know, it is the way it is nowadays. You know, everybody's trying to be, you can't say this, can't say that. Remember back when a good time when you could say whatever you wanted and didn't have to worry about it, you know. It's called learning how to deal with it. Alright, let's get off that outer tie rod. Let's get off this inner tie rod. Alright, let's get the steering rack out of the way. Let's get the front drive axle D out of the way is what I believe that's called. Perfect. Let's get the steering knuckle C out of the way. Oh, we've got that one over there too. Oh no. Alright, let's pull this out. Beautiful. And I think we're ready for the welder. Beautiful. I'm putting over a handy dandy little welder here. Alright, what's our value of this thing worth now? Whew, we're in the whole $16,000. Ouch! 1,400 bucks. Not bad. Ooh, it's looking fancy. Alright, put that back. We're gonna move this over to car lift B. We don't need it here. Let's move this over to the test path so we can put all of our bits and pieces on it. Okay. Fancy steering wheel. Holy smokes. I don't think I got any interior for it. No, I did not. That's okay. That's what we're going to do right now. Yeah, we're going to get interior. So it's Land Rover Discovery. Land Rover Discovery. Is it just Discovery? I guess so. Bench D, there it is, Discovery. And now we need to find the bucket for Discovery. I see the Defender and the Discovery. Right there, perfect. Now that had a fancy little steering wheel on it, didn't it? Right there, look at that. This looks like one of a Hummer. Alright, let's put our interior in. Perfect. Beautiful. Awesome. And I'll put the steering wheel in. We're golden. We're golden olden, man. Alright, now we're going to put the... Alright, we got that door. What about this one? We got that door? Nope. What about this door? We got this one? Nope. We got this? Yep. We got a fender? Nope. We got a hood? Yep. What about this front bumper? Oh, yeah, we got that. What about this fender? We got this fender? Oh, we got that fender, too. I know we got the rear bumper. What other parts we got? Left side mirror. Hey, look at that. We put a mirror on it. Alright, so we need both front fenders. Nope. Driver's side. Both rear doors. The hatch, glass, and... Yeah, okay. Alright, so we need glass, the left fender. We got that. We need that. We didn't need that mirror, but we got it anyway. We need the trunk, the taillights, trunk window, and the windshield. Alright. Let's put that door on, put that window in. This window. Did we not just buy that window? Huh. Oh, we did. Huh. I guess we don't have that thought, right? Went right out the window. Alright, now we put in the windshield. The headlight. Alright, I'm going to come over here, put this fender on. Beautiful. Put that on. Put this on. Put that in. This one in. Let's put this tail light on. Put the trunk in. Nice, nice. I would put the other parts of the tail lights in. Good, good. Alright, now We're going to play this one by ear because I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be doing the spelling on this correctly or not. Let's see. T-R-K for truck. S. Where's the S? There it is. U. We're going to go this way. It's a little bit faster. SUV. And we're going to go 0, 2. Because this is the second one we made. Grab 2 of those. Perfect. Put them on. Beautiful. The body should be 100% complete now. Actually, I kind of like that color mix match combination. Alright, let's see. Body's 100, frame's 100, interior's 100. Nice. We're almost at 100. Not bad. We've increased the value by 3 grand. 2 grand, pardon me. Alright, now we're done with this. Now we bring this over to the paint shop. Beautiful. Now we're going to come over here. We're going to paint the car. Alright, now where is... There we go. We're going to primer it up first. Get rid of all the unevenness to it. Alright, back out. Take a look at it. Make sure it's all good, nice and smooth, which it looks like it to me. Beautiful. Alright, now I'm going to come on over here. We're going to actually spray it now. Look at that. Isn't that a nice color? Is there any? No, there is none. Okay. That's a nice blue right there. Alright, so now we're done with this. Now we're going to bring this over to car lift A. And you know what we do. You know how we do it. Gotta do this first. Alright, we're going to use the equipment. We're going to go over here. And do that. And we're going to do this windshield. Beautiful. Alright, now we're going to put this back. Put the car up in the air. And now we're going to go build ourselves a motor. Alright, let's see. Where were we at? Oh yeah, we're putting piston rings in. Of course, you know, we can't leave anything stock. Not at this garage. No fun in that. Alright, now we're going to get the last 2 piston rings in. Beautiful. Now we're going to put the rod caps on. Thankfully, it's only 6 cylinders, so we're short 2 cylinders. And now the main. Alright, we got that. Beautiful. Alright, we got 3. Well, after this, we 2 more rod caps. I'm going to put the oil pan on, hopefully. Let's see. There we go. Oil pan. Here we go. Look at that. Isn't that a nice color combination? I think it is. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Oh, got that little release bearing in the center. There we go. Put the oil filter on, or oil filter, fuel filter. Or I'll get it right one of these years. Where does the oil filter go? Oh no, where's the oil filter go? Just realizing that. No spot for it yet. That's strange. Strange, I tell you, strange. Alright, I'm going to put the water pump on. Water pump pulley. Alright, now we need the idler B. Got another idler B here. Be here, be there, you know, it does not matter. Put the cylinder head on, or the power steering pump. Now we put the cylinder head on. Look at that, doesn't that look good? I think that looks amazing. And, I think I'm going to flip this over here because I'm a little bit confused on something. Alright. Oh, that's bright. Should have continued on the other way. So we've got glow plugs right here. Of course, performance. But it also requires spark plugs too. Alright, we got the glow plugs. I'm going to put the camshaft in. Something I guess we don't have, which doesn't make sense to me. Okay. Huh. Let's put the timing belt on, the timing chain. I got one of these? Yeah. Huh. Put the cam gear on. I gotta put all the cam caps on now, so there is only 12. Okay, so I did do it right in regards to that. I don't understand how I never got that other camshaft. Makes 0 sense to me. I got all the other ones. Ah, there's where the oil filter goes. Ah, right there. A little bit different color, right? Alright. That's a diesel filter, you know what I mean? That's what that is. Alright. There we go. Pretty sure spark plugs are supposed to go in there somewhere. Let's put the exhaust manifold on. One thing about this, I painted these manifolds. It's like I painted the turbos too. Just like that. I'm gonna put these on. Put the glow plugs in on this side. I have a feeling that these got to go on, then yeah. It's a process, I'll tell you that much. I'm not really too familiar as to building these motors, so look at that. Alright, let's put this on. I know I got one of them. Ooh, yeah, look at that. What the hell? Uh-oh. Ah. What the hell kind of stuff is going on here? Well, that's different, isn't it? Okay. Like I said, this is all new to me. I'm not really too familiarized with this. So what you're seeing for the first time is basically what I'm seeing. So I don't think I've ever built one of these ones specifically. I've built the Defender, I've built the SVR, but I have not built this one or the Evoque. I think that's what it's called, the Evoque. I can't remember. Not bad, if all I forgot is what? The, okay. Ooh, fancy. Yeah. Even my wrench is like, no, we're done with this, man. What the heck's up with all this stuff? Oh, here's the injectors. Maybe it was injector. I don't know, I'm confused. Alright, now we're going to put the exhaust manifold on this side, which I should have went blue, but you know it is what it is. Now we're going to put the turb ski on. Beautiful. Repeat the process for this side too. I mean, look at the size of this honking motor, right? This thing's a beast. Alright, put the injectors in for the fuel. There we go. Let's put this on. Oh yeah. Alright, now we put the crankshaft pulley V8 on. Put this belt on. And now we're going to put the belt tension up. And I think we finally built ourselves the diesel V6. I'm not seeing anything else. No, everything else perfect. Leave that there for the time being. I'm going to run back over here. I'm going to build on this V8 pole. That's what we're going to do. Sorry about that. Alright, let's put this on. Good. Alright, I'm going to put this on. The exhaust go above it, so we'll put those on right now. Nice shiny chrome. Alright, I'm going to put in the rear cross member. Oh yeah, look at that. And that's such a pretty blue. I love that blue. I really do. Unfortunately, I was like, why can't I put the other bushings in? What's going on here? You gotta put the other one in first, dummy. Alright, we got one more bushing right there. Good. Now, for the most part, this is all pretty standard stuff now, putting it all together. Alright. Put the rear knuckle housing in. Good. Put the upper arm in, something to hold it in place. Just like that. Just like that. Yeah, buddy. Alright, now we're going to do... Come on, get the... There we go. Almost lost my cool there for a minute. There we go. Now we're going to do this. I mean, look at that. Those two colors just go together so beautifully. So, oh yeah, even blue shocks, man. Look at that. That's just, oh, so beautiful, so gorgeous of color. I'm really digging this, man. I think we're pretty much there. Now we put these on. Now put the rear wheel hub in. Put the bearing. Put the center, or the drive axle. Put the rotor. Now we put the brake pad. The caliper. Of course, you know, gotta match. Now we can put these wheels on. Now they're all the same. Look at that. Whoo. Almost looks like a Ford Explorer. I don't even know where Ford's got their design from. Land Rover. Alright, same process on this side as the other side. I'm going to do this. Put this arm on. Beautiful. Put on the rear sway bar end link. Right there. Gorgeous. The upper arm. Just like so. Swing it around to the front. Now we're going to put the lower front arm on. The upper middle forward facing arm, which is a nice blue. Put this in just like that. And put the air shock on. Shock on, man. Shock on. I'm going to put this on. There we go. Beautiful. Drive axle. Rotor. Brake pad. Brake caliper and caliper cylinder. Beautiful. Now we put the wheel on, man. Actually, the lug nuts fit it properly. Yeah. Okay. Seems really far back. Or is that just me? I don't know. Put the middle muffler on. Oh yeah, we're going all chromed out on this bad boy. Ooh, are we ever. Alright, now we're going to put the bushings on. And we're going to put the intercooler on, just so I don't forget about it. Now it's turbo, we got to have intercooler. Right, air to air is what this one is, as far as I can tell. Alright, now we're going to put this on, this bushing. Alright, now we're going to put the front drive axle D. Okay. Alright, now we're going to put in the steering rack, the sway bar B, or just regular sway bar. See, I was wrong. I admit when I'm wrong, and I was wrong. Alright, inner tie rod. Now we're going to put this on. Now we're going to put the upper control arm in. There we go. Alright, now we put the outer tie rod. Now that we have the knuckle held in place. And then we're going to put this on. Alright, now we're going to put the air shock on the front. Shock on, man, shock on. Alright, now we're going to put the sway bar and link in. Beautiful. Taking the backing plate. Wheel hub. I can say rotor, but that's not the rotor. That's the rotor. And I'm going to put that in. I'll put the center drive axle in. Front drive axle E. Alright, the rotor. Brake pad. The caliper cylinder. Put the wheel on. It's got just enough stick out to make you go, yeah, that's how it's supposed to look. Alright, now we're going to start on this side. We're going to do the inner tie rod first. I'm going to stick in the steering knuckle. And then now we are going to put in the lower control arm. And I'm short 2 bushings. That sucks. Alright, now we need to find out these bushing situation. We need 2 of these. I don't know how I shorted myself on them, but I guess I did. Alright, now I'm going to put the outer tie rod in. The shock on. Alright, now we're going to do the sway bar and link. Alright, I think we're pretty much done with that. Now we can do the backing plate. The wheel hub. Wheel hub bearing. Beautiful. And front drive axle E, same as the other side. All right, now we'll put the rotor on, the brake pad on, the caliper on, and now it's the wheel. All right, I'm going to lower this back down once we get over here to the bulletin. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and grab the engine hoist, move that over, pop the old hood, load up all the goodies under here. Start with the airbox first. Oh yeah, everything matches, man. Well, I don't think that blue matches it, but whatever, it is what it is, right? All right, now I'm going to do this. Perfect. Put the other clip A's in on the back side here. Beautiful. All right, there we go. Sticking the dual fan assembly. All right, now the windshield washer reservoir jug, the coolant tank A, power steering reservoir, put in the ECU A, we'll put in the brake master cylinder, and now we're going to put in the fuses. Yeah, buddy. All right, now we're going to start here, we're going to put C, and we'll put a B, an A, another a B, and A. And we're sticking the B relays. We got 3 of them. 1, 2, and 3. Shockingly enough, there's no A's. And I believe we got 5 C relays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now put the lid on it. We're good to go. Alright, I think almost got the ABS control module and the pump. There's the module right there. Alright, now it's time for us to go get that motor. The motor, man, the motor. Alright, let's grab that off of there. Holy crap, this thing's heavy. Alright, now I'm going to put this in. Beautiful. There we go. Alright, now let's fill up the goop, the good stuff. Put some diesel oil in it. 15W40. Away we go. I think I feel like I'm missing something here. I think I'm missing a hose to go from the throttle to the airbox. Oh, dang, clean that up. Oh yeah, we've got the cover too. I'll put that on. I wasn't able to paint that, unfortunately. Well, at least I don't think I will. We'll have to check and see. We'll pull that off. Alright, what else we got? We need the battery. Alright. Yeah, okay. Now we're going to finish putting the fluid in. The windshield washer blue goop. And the power steering reservoir next. Always put this in if it's behind the coolant jug because it's a little harder to see once they're filled with coolant. But in this case, it wouldn't be too bad because it's only got the little round one. So, all right, I'm going to fill this up to the window there. Actually, I think it says, oh no, never mind, that's power steering, or that's the windshield washer fluid where it says max. I was like, wait a minute. There we go. I'll put some brake fluid in. Oh, but then, it's kind of important to stop. Alright, we're almost done, beautiful. Alright, back up out of here. Put this up in the earth, we put the gearbox transmission in, the transfer case, and all the other good stuff that goes along with it. Alright, let's put the transmission on in. Alright, and we'll put the starter in. We're going to stick in the front exhaust section A, V6 AJD, and we're going to stick in section B. Alright, now I'm going to put in the transfer case if we can get on it. There we go. Look at that. Oh yeah. I'm going to put in the drive shaft, the main drive shaft, and now we're going to put in the front drive shaft L. And I believe it should be basically almost done. Alright, now we're going to bring this over to the test path. Before we do anything with this, oh, look at that. Dang, that looks good. I like that. I made that look good. Let's see if we can actually paint this. No. Didn't think we could. Oh well. Alright. Alright, now we're going to align the front wheels, the rear wheels, and now the other front one. Beautiful. Come on over here. We're going to lift this, raise this up, slide it to the top, slide it to the right. Beautiful. Bring this down. It should be almost lined up for us. Perfect. Alright, we got all that done. Now we're going to bring this to the dyno. Let's see how much we can actually tune this bad boy. 390, let's bump this up to... Holy crap, it's got 10, or it's got an 8-speed in it. Change that to 390. Holy crap. 16% tuning. All right. What? Oh yeah, forgot. Can't run it without the engine cover. Don't know what big of a deal it does, but whatever. Kind of covers up all my nice fancy paintwork. Kind of a little upset about that. Anyway, yes, we want to proceed. Okay, factory horsepower is 260 at 3,500 RPM, and torque is 445 at 2,300. I wonder what we've increased it by. Look at her go, look at her go. Torque's off the charts, man. Holy crap. No, not quite. Close, but not quite. Oh, come on. You know, for a diesel, that's not bad. 523 horsepower is the new number at 3,500 RPM. And torque is, wow, 872 pound-feet at 2,300 RPM. Horsepower is increased by 264, or 102%. Torque is increased by 427 pound-feet, or 96%. Our drag rating is C at 259. Wow. This thing's got some torque, man. This thing's got some torque. Alright, let's swap this over here with the one we did in the last video. Right there. Look at that, see? Looking pretty dang good. I think we did pretty damn good on this one. Alright everyone, thank you very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you're already subscribed, hit the like button. Doesn't cost nothing, and over 80% of you watching are not subscribed. Please, help out. Click the subscribe button. You don't necessarily always have to watch my videos, but, you know, they're there for when you get nothing else on to watch, and, you know, just pop on one of mine, you're good to go. Alright everyone, thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye!